He had a friend, all you hoes is mid. Heard a fake rumor about me, ain't got something on the kid. That don't change the fact that there's just no flavor in your wrist. That was given from the start, so it just is what it is. Now drop the pin, well, when I step to the plate, everybody knows that I electrify. Every time, I just pray and never fall, even when the bullets stick when I sanctify. Every girl is out of my league, so these days, man, I just wife Geminis. They thought they had us down bad, now we going 25, 29.
Welcome back, boys. It's been a minute. You already know what's going on. It's your boys from I'm Not Cappin Podcast. It's real. We're back. And we got some new faces. What it do, Corey?
Hey, what's up? I'm just excited to be part of the team.
He's major. They minor. We still got D majors in the house. And I don't know about that. We already starting, you know. But hey, we got Mr. Meech. I think I'm Big Meech.
Oh, and Big Preach. So
There you go.
The preacher, the pastor.
yes,
Mr. Meech, what it do?
So man, ready to talk to sports and make sure we not capping on tonight.
I feel that. But as always, it is your boy Big Sheem. It's been a minute. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, tell a friend about your boys at I'm Not Cappin Podcast, and we got a good one. I don't know who 12 coming to get, but it seemed like they after him. D,
Yes,
has the time come and gone for the Chiefs?
Not yet.
You still got them? Do you think they don't pull it off this year?
I'm not saying they're going to pull it off, but I feel like they still going to be a dangerous team despite Pat Mahomes having no receivers. He'll figure it out. They're going to be straight.
I feel that. Corey, floor is yours. What you think, man? Who's coming out the AFC West?
I think history repeats itself. I think this year, the Chargers are gonna come out of the AFC West just because with the Chiefs, I think they have a lot of injuries still and a lot of uncertainty when it comes to. I think the dynasty's like on the decline. I feel like back like when the Patriots reigned the early 2000s, they had a few years in between where they weren't as good. They were still around, but they weren't as good as when they first not three-peated, but 3 and 4 years. So I feel like the same thing happened with the Chiefs now. I feel like the Chargers obviously got a big win in Brazil last week, so I think they can capitalize on that. I think it's gonna take a few years for Pete Carroll to get his footing in Las Vegas, and then with the Broncos, I don't know. With after Peyton Manning's been up and down for them all the time, so I think they still got something to prove. So I'm going the Chargers.
Meech, what you got?
Honestly, I agree with Corey. I think the Chargers is finally going to make their mark. Justin Herbert's been waiting for years to finally have a good squad to do something with and healthy. And we saw how dangerous a Chargers team can be against the Chiefs. Every time the Chiefs try to answer with something, the Chargers was coming with something opposite, something different, something more physical, something more vicious to get down the field. And they played with boldness. Like they weren't afraid of the Chiefs in anything. They weren't afraid of Mahomes, anybody, honestly. So I really think the Chargers are going to make their mark. But I also want to say you can't count out money-making Mahomes, Magic Mahomes. I think Mahomes, there's a reason why that he had a 10-year, $500 million extension after he won one of his last Super Bowls. And I think he's still going to contribute. I can agree with Corey. I think they're on a decline. You know, you have people that are trying to, get out the league. For example, Travis, Kelsey, I think he's at the end of his career. I think they've been on a decline ever since they lost Tyreek Hill, too. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. They got Xavier Worthy, but shoot, he been hurt and all that stuff, I think they'll bounce back. But I think this year, I think there's going to be some new noise in the AFC West. Give me Los Angeles Chargers taking over.
I think now it's like nobody is fearing them anymore. Like I remember the Patriots used to be so fear, like people just automatically like took their stuff out the game. But I feel like now like nobody's fearing the Chiefs because they can see that they are vulnerable after the Eagles put, belt to ass in the Super Bowl. It's like, well, we can beat anybody can beat this team. You apply like the right pressure, you make Mahomes work. You saw that when they faced against the Bucks in the Super Bowl during COVID. Yeah, you put pressure on Pat Mahomes, make him unsettle a little bit. He's gonna, even though he's still great, he's still gonna make something out of nothing. But
Yeah.
still, like it's gonna make him, a little shakeable. So
If I jump in here, I got everyone in the division, and they division specifically in the playoffs. I think the Chargers is probably gonna be a game or two. I wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs are a wild card team. But I really think everyone in that division, I can at least see 9+ wins in the division. Denver's defense probably got the best defense in the division. Then the Raiders, they just got a really good, solid team. The Chargers are definitely high powered on both sides of the ball, so I definitely think they're poised to take the division. So I was gonna ask you guys this: the Chiefs, we got 3 championships with Mahomes and Reed. Have they maxed their window in terms of winning the Super Bowl? You guys think they have another? How many Super Bowls do you guys think realistically is left with them two?
I think Andy more likely. I feel he's gonna retire the next because
Two
I think he's
years.
like 2 3 years. So we gotta see like who's like who he's grooming or who he might have come in to succeed him. But I think their window with them two at least is closing or is about to be closed. So yeah,
I honestly think the Chiefs dynasty low key is done until they draft some new players to build around Mahomes, give him the wide receivers that he needs, give him the offensive line that he needs, but not only that, give him a defense. Because they struggled defensively the other day playing against the Chargers. And regardless of what Mahomes can do, if that defense don't do nothing, it's going to be hard for that offense to really do something on the field because the offense need a break. But I think after these, 3 Super Bowls that Mahomes has got, I think right now we're probably at the end of a good dynasty. Kelsey was good when they had him. Mahomes, not Mahomes, Hill, Tyreek Hill when they had him was good. Some of their key offensive line that they had before they left, they helped make that team to be what it is. But I think we're at the end, at least of now. So I give it maybe 2 more years or so until they try to win another Super Bowl when they make a deep run in the playoffs. Now, I will say, don't count Mahomes out in the playoffs. That Negro is something different in the playoffs. But at least right now, if they don't do nothing in the regular season, I think we're seeing the end of the dynasty until a new one comes.
D, what you got?
I think they need one more because Mahomes got some unfinished business. Like he took that belt to ass personal. Like he took that personal. So I feel like he can get one more and actually play well. In the next Super Bowl he plays in, I feel like that'll solidify it.
Before we move on to the next topic, do you think they need to go all in and go trade for Ty Hill, bring him back?
No.
No.
I don't think he wants to go back.
That
There's
bridge
a
is
reason why
burned.
he left.
That's it.
didn't they not want to pay him?
Yeah, it was just the
They
money.
didn't want,
Yeah.
they want to pay him.
But he got his bread now. Does he want to
Well,
win?
because Miami's a bigger market, and I think that's why you don't see a lot of you can go with NBA or any other team, any other sport. Small market teams are built from within, and then you attract free agents. But for the most part, 9 times out of 10, free agents are not going to go to a small market team unless you have like a Pat Mahomes or like a LeBron James. Nobody's thinking about going to Cleveland until LeBron James goes there. So, you
Right.
know, I don't know if Mahomes has that cachet though, like that aura to be like, hey, like let's join him. Like 3 out of the last 5 years, you won the Super Bowl. I don't think nobody wants to join you. I think people want to beat you. So, you know. So I think they got some good, Rasheed Rice and Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy. So, and they can find a backup for Kelsey. I think they got some good backups, but it's legit like how Gronk was for Brady in his second half of his career. I think Mahomes needs needs a Gronk or needs a explosive weapon on the Chiefs.
Well, the reason I say that, realistically, they got the Eagles this week. They're probably going to lose to the Eagles. They're 0-2. The Chargers are going to surprise a lot of people, and their schedule's not very hard. I don't think this is not their typical division that they've been in, where you give up 3 or 4 weeks. Like, you got to think, what is he out? 3-4 weeks, D?
Mm-hmm.
So you still got that. Rice ain't they'll be back. Well, he still got another 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games.
He hurt right
now. Okay. He got a 5. So you got to think those two, and I hate to say it, but once again, if Hollywood Brown is your number 1 receiver, I don't think you're gonna get. And I don't think like Kelsey did score, but you guys can definitely see that he's definitely on the back end of his career. I don't think Travis can just put the whole team on my back and that's it. And they're going to, win games. I just think that's the reason why I think you got to press the button because they need something.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see. But, this was the surprise of the week. I'm going to sit back and be quiet because I don't like homeboy, but the Colts somehow spanked the Dolphins. And their lovely new starting quarterback had him a day. What is your thoughts? I'm going to stay quiet. I don't have nothing good to say about homeboy, but I'll let y'all go ahead and get started.
Get the audience a reminder. Go on and say it.
Danny Dimes looked like he done turned them dimes into some quarters or something because I don't. Anyway.
I'm going to say this. That was probably one of the most shockingest upsets of week 1 because I did not see that coming at all. Like, I get it, the Dolphins don't have a good defense, but you would expect Daniel Jones, given his history, to go out and play like he played. And it just seemed like that just told me the story about the Dolphins early. Like, I think they're going to blow it up. And I think really Daniel Jones, kind of nailed it. Because you got to think, Miami, has been good. And like I said, they've been a sort of playoff contender team. But at the same time, I just think that after that tragedy of a loss, that just kind of puts a bad reputation on your team, given the fact you let Daniel Jones do this to you. So I'm not buying it for the rest of the season. I think, like I said, a blind squirrel can find a nut. So I'm just waiting for the downfall of Daniel Jones. I'm not buying it.
Osco, who you calling a squirrel?
Who you calling a squirrel?
Who you calling
Roscoe?
Steak ass squirrel.
And you the nut. Cuckoo.
I'm gonna say this about the Daniel Jones and the Colts. Like, I think we need to calm down a little bit just because he did put Miami into D's point. Miami doesn't have a really good defense like that. So I mean, and the AFC South isn't a really strong conference besides the Texans, really. But other than that, it's not really a strong conference. So
better not get him started.
I mean, if we see him against some good quality teams and he does well, then I'm like, okay, then we can see what the Colts are talking about. But until then, it is it's up in the air for AFC South.
No shade to the Giants, but I think we saw with Daniel Jones on what can happen when you actually got an O-line that can block for you. I'm not saying he ain't trash. I ain't saying he ain't great. But listen, he struggled all them years in New York. Think about it. Even when they had Saquon got them yards because Saquon is Saquon. But it's not like that O-line was always blocking for Saquon like that, because if that's the case, why did he get hurt so much with him? But I think we saw something different. And then I know she mad. But hey, think about it. They done threw away their QB1 and the running back one in 2 different seasons. Somebody help me here. Somebody help me.
Don't jump out the window, Sheem. Don't jump.
Sorry, but
I need to.
now I want to see what he's going to do with the rest of the season. I want to see what he's going to do these next 3 games with the Colts. I believe that he's the best QB1 option for the Colts right now. Because, you know, we don't like, oh boy. Well, some people do. You know, the Florida Gator fans. And he who must not be named that's not in the chat today. But anyways, we'll see what Daniel Jones does these next few games. But he looked like he was throwing dollars and not dimes on Sunday. Now, I know she won't say something.
No, go ahead.
Come on, talk, she.
You know. Times were.
I'm nervous of what he gonna say.
Times used to be a lot better.
Not Eli Manning.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, times used to be so much better when this man was at the helm.
Y'all didn't ball for him either. He was just that good.
You know what? I don't have anything else to say. Free AR. I don't think AR is all the problem, but he just got to get it together. But
I don't know when you give up on a drive and your team is down by a score. You give up on a drive. I think that kind of says a lot. Now, of course, you can redeem yourself. Everybody loves a redemption story, but I've never heard a quarterback in my 20 years of existence on this earth to where a quarterback said, "I'm tired" on a drive.
The whole
if y'all could find me one, then cool. But I've never heard that before.
Never. Unless he's hurt or they got a play that's drawn up for the other quarterback. Like, let's just say if AR is more of a passer than he is a runner, but you got a backup who can actually run the ball, kind of like, you know, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, you know, something like that.
I just want to show the people, this is the same man that did this on my team. We're going to watch this right here, guys.
From the 12, Jones gets a block, takes off, and he is gone.
Just wait for it. Wait for it. And blows out of time.
Absolutely all of
This is the same man. I'm not going to get on my Giants tirade.
Question is, can he do it for the Colts?
But mentioning my sorry Giants, I will go last on this since Mr. Majors thought it was funny they couldn't have this on here. And Meech has dealt with this last year. So I'm going to let Meech start.
Okay.
Russell Wilson is now my starting quarterback. And what I told you guys was going to happen is already starting to happen. Meech, would you like to enlighten the class on the Russell Wilson experiment on this field?
So when we got him from Denver, we thought he was going to be trash. So we put in Justin Fields. And we started out 4-2 with Justin Fields, and the 2 losses that we had wasn't his fault. But for some reason, Mike Tomlin, hey, we're going to put in the vet. And we didn't believe in him. So Russ had something to prove. And Russ started cooking. We went on a 6-game winning streak. And then he started playing like old Russ again. 150, maybe 175 yards. 2 touchdowns, not seeing receivers, not throwing deep downfield or making accurate passes. Like, and it just ended bad for us. It was so bad that we actually wanted Fields to go back in, but Tomlin was like, nah. I think now y'all have the Russell Wilson that no longer has anything to prove, and he just wants to play football. like he's not the same Russell Wilson of old who won a Super Bowl in his second year as a quarterback and who was shocking the whole league his first 1 to 3 years. So you have a washed quarterback, but of course the NFL is going to want to trust a vet. Hey, D, them is worse than them Beverly Hillbilly ribs.
Dry ass Beverly Hills ribs.
This will be cooked. But go ahead, me. This whole segment, I'm gonna just leave this up here.
Listen, he's cooked. He's washed. Put in what's his name from Ole Miss? Dalton.
Dart.
Put in Dart. Let him cook. If anything, because y'all got rid of Jameis, or y'all still got him?
Jameis is still there.
I don't know why I thought y'all released him. At least try him. Like, he was doing some good stuff with the Saints, before y'all got him. But I wouldn't trust. I would not put Russell Wilson to get the team a win when it comes down to the most important plays of the game. Like, when it's time for crunch time, I don't trust him. His wheels ain't like it was 13 years ago. His passing isn't like that. And who knows, he may take a hit and just be concussed or just be confused after he get hit. So may God bless your team. But the definition of insanity is when you try things over and over and over again and expect the same results. And we've seen Russell Wilson with the Broncos, the Steelers, and now y'all doing the same thing over and over and over again. And we've got the same results. So maybe y'all could be the team to change the insanity and put it in Dart's hand.
Go ahead, D.
I don't care how much you try to convince me, you're not getting an apology. For the audience out there don't know, I told Sheem to have hope, so he's still not getting an apology from me, not yet. Because guess what? Them burnt beef ribs was just for week 1. This ain't getting
Then it's gonna be week 2. Then it's gonna be week 3.
It's gonna be nasty for week 2
and 3. And then it's no more food.
No. See, here's the thing: we ain't got halfway yet.
No, we don't. We don't wait till the whole barbecue burnt up, huh?
Give it about week 7. You be all right.
Well, hold that thought. Let me look up the schedule right now because he said till week 7.
Go ahead.
All right. So Giants, they have the Cowboys next, who actually look pretty good.
Lost.
They gonna lose that one.
I done told you.
So the Chiefs
lose. The Chargers.
Look,
that's a loss.
They'll lose.
The season's over. You start 0-3. The season over. That's it.
Go ahead. Keep going.
The Chargers.
Lost.
They'll win that one.
The Saints in New Orleans.
They'll win that one.
They'll lose that game.
The Eagles.
Lost.
That sound like 0-6 to me.
Broncos.
I lost.
Oh God, it gets worse. The Eagles again.
No. I know how that game's gonna go. Keep going.
How's it gonna go?
Defensively. No. Hold on. Listen to me. It's gonna be a defensive game. Bo Nick's gonna make a mistake. Russell Wilson gonna capitalize, and the game's gonna be over.
Boy, shut up. Shut up. All right. 49ers.
Win.
That's a win.
Actually, I think that's a win because Purdy's he's still going
to be back by then. Go do the math.
They still not gonna win.
You know what? I'm sorry. This ain't my segment to talk about my team.
Bears.
Win.
Packers.
They don't win all these games, right? Go ahead.
They'll be Carolina.
Hold on. You said by week 7. So we So you got Packers, Giants. I'm not Giants. Sorry, Lions.
Lost.
All right. So there's only maybe 1 to 2 wins that D projects the Giants to have. So yeah, it's not looking good. We're just gonna pray for Sheem's sanity, and if it gets real bad, I think we may have to take a trip to Tennessee to really just check on him to make sure
he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
I already predicted this was gonna happen.
He'll just get back to me week 7. It's okay.
Now I think if you put in Dart, I think they may have a chance of more wins.
I agree with you too, but then Dayball is gonna down his shield and is gonna get fired with Russ.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sick
then
of
where he's
Dayball.
gonna play next? Miami. Take
I'm
two of
sick
this?
of I'm sick of both of them. They can go. Corey, what's your take on this, man?
Yeah, I was waiting for y'all to finish because y'all are all into it. I think, yeah, like I'll say by week 4, I'll call it a little bit early. I think if Russell continues to be pedestrian, I think they're gonna take him out by week 4. Because, like I said, I brought to y'all the other day. I'm like, the last time he threw 4 more touchdowns was back in 2022.
Mm.
Now that's a long time. You know, a quarterback has a 4 touchdown game at least once a year. So you went a whole 3 years without throwing a touchdown. 4 touchdowns is kind of crazy. But yeah, like you know, you gotta open up your offense. I feel like Jackson Dart is gonna give you that dual threat ability. You can run RPOs. Russ can maybe do that in the red zone, but I feel like Dart can expand the whole field and be a little bit more, bring some more energy, some more, swag to the team. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs or anything, but with 10-7, I think they could do something if they put Dart in.
If.
If.
It's a big if.
And you got fired Dable too. I think his time at New York didn't reach an end. I mean, he made one playoff appearance, right? And you
Yeah,
beat the
that's when they played against the Vikings a couple
yeah,
years
you beat
back.
the Vikings. That was a few years ago, but other than that, had nothing to show for it really. And you keep driving people on defense. And I think when we look at these front offices, I think you really got to start to blame them because y'all drafting on the defense, but y'all need offense too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wait too late in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round of the draft to get offensive players,
Then what?
Hey, D,
like
how many sacks your boy had? The draft pick I done told y'all not to draft. Seems like I know football.
He
But
did
what
have
do
a
I?
sack. He did have a sack last game.
Right.
He just waved. He was waving his hands at Jay Daniels. He's giving
Yeah,
the
he
league.
was. Yeah, he was boxing out. He was boxing out.
He was giving the league a reminder that he's coming.
he did this. He said he did this.
Corey, have you not seen that video?
I see the video. But what D said he doing this.
This commercial is brought to you by I'm Not Cappin Podcast. As bad as the Giants are.
Woo, that was funny.
Okay.
I'm be doing that all weekend. What he was doing this.
Hey, every touchdown we get, bro. That's funny. Hey, D, that got to be your celebration.
Oh man, that was funny. he waving his hands like this.
Hold on, didn't that come from a song? Like y'all remember 2016? By it was like the dunk, 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 and then after that, like we.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what.
I'm gonna remix my celebration dance.
Oh Jesus!
Is this it right here? Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, here you go. Y'all think this is playing? This just sums up my Giant season already. And we're just in week 1. It just doesn't get any better. Our first round draft pick is playing basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, just wait.
Don't shoot.
He's trying to go for a block.
Man is hitting the nay-nay.
Not the nay-nay.
He trying to block Steph Curry out there. Wait a minute.
That man lifted his hand to Jesus.
Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. But enough of the Giants talk.
He thought they was playing 2-hand touch. I'm about to get you.
Got you. I got you. Oh, man. These ugly boys. He said, ah. I'm sorry. Hey, what you think when you think of the New York Giants? Not the Knicks. Not the Yankees.
All right. We're not going to go that far because I can start bringing up your little sorry team until we
won.
We was just, I know. Only if y'all can win a playoff game too. Ugly.
Okay. Just watch.
Last time we was in the playoffs, we actually won a game.
Well, that was the last
time. Anyway, mentioning your Steelers, you got the dub on week 1.
Yes.
Do you believe Aaron Rodgers is going to lead you guys to the promised land?
Back.
I believe he will. I don't think, in my opinion, he's washed. He's older, but I don't think he's washed. Dude has been playing magnificent ball. Even last year when the Jets were trash, he was putting up incredible numbers. It just wasn't his fault that either defense couldn't cover other offenses when it was time to play, and some of the playmakers that he had wasn't making plays. So, as you can see, dude had no picks. I mean, he got sacked a few times, which wasn't great, but dude had 4 touchdowns. And he's 40?
Mm-hmm.
And just, at least from my experience, yes, we have Mason Rudolph. Yes, we went on a winning streak with him a couple seasons ago when we were on our way to having a losing season. And he helped us get to the playoffs, but I still don't know if he's QB1 potential in this moment. Will Howard, yes, he won a ship with Ohio State, OHIO. He did some dope things with them, but he's a rookie. So can we really depend on a rookie to get to the playoffs? Maybe. Can we get to the promised land of the Super Bowl? No. Aaron Rodgers, he's got to the Super Bowl once. No, he hasn't done it in 14 years or something like that, but he's still a dope quarterback. I think if we can give Aaron Rodgers time to pass the ball or make the audibles that he needs to make as our quarterback, I think this Steelers team is really going to be dangerous. But the thing is, what's crazy about this team is really wasn't the offense that was a problem. It was the defense. And the defense is known, the Steelers is known for defense. That's what they're known for. They had over 200-something rushing yards that whole game. Thankfully, we got a kicker who got a foot on him, because other than that, we lose that game. But defensively, we showed up in the moments that we needed to. But when we allowing Justin Fields and they run it back to run like the way they did against us, that's not going to win us most of any games for real. But to answer your question, because I low-key rambled on that moment, I believe Aaron Rodgers is going to get it done for us. If he gets a Super Bowl this year, I think he's done. And we just go from there. Y'all can say what you want, but A-Rod is still like that. And I think he going to...
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I think in football, history repeats itself, and you see a lot of things happen over and over again. Mm-hmm. I feel like this Steelers team reminds me of the 2009 Vikings when Brett Favre came over and went crazy. They went 13-3. They faced New Orleans in the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
I feel like it has that kind of feeling to it. I feel, he's gonna go off a little bit.
Yeah,
it might not be that 13-3 record that Brett Favre had, but it could be like a 12-4 or even 11-6 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
but I feel like he's gonna get to the playoffs and then it's gonna kind of plateau from there or fall off from there. I think he's gonna have a good season. We'll see what happens, towards the end of the season, because that's when they play the Ravens, and those 2 games will be the ones that really matter.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think Rodgers is gonna have a good season. I think he says this was gonna be his last one, so it's like I ain't got nothing to lose, so I might as well, play play my best. But if the other team, if the rest of the team can show up, I think the Steelers could do something. And this comes from a Ravens fan, so
Yeah. And I appreciate that because, y'all don't like us and we don't like y'all, but you my boy. So all respect. I do believe he can get us to the playoffs. I think he can get us a dub. The AFC has a lot of talent this year, so we'll see how we are in the regular season to make the playoffs, to see if we can get a win and see how we get placed. I would love for him to take us to the Super Bowl. Is that likely right now? No. But I think he's going to do some wonderful things with the Steelers this year. And I just can't wait to watch and see what happens. And if not, then we'll be having some different reactions in the upcoming episodes.
Truth be told, I got Aaron Rodgers having a Ryan Fitzpatrick type season. I think that we're going to get a couple of games in him. And when people are not remembering it, or I guess they didn't forget, it only takes something wrong to go left with that team for Aaron Rodgers to just snap, and the whole team's going to go get affected by it. And I think it's a curse that he has. Because, yes, the Jets were not a great team, but that team was young. That team was trying to find its identity. And you got a veteran that's been in the league as long as him with the mindset, I'm trying to already get to a Super Bowl, when you got it with a young team that's trying to find themselves in the trenches. He went there and just collapsed. Like, then you brought Devontae, Lazard. Like, you gotta leave your culture where it's at. Like, you on a new team now. Like, you gotta find your chemistry with your new teammates. And I just feel like with Pittsburgh, they're gonna be good, but I just see him having a Fitzmagic type of season. Like 5-6 games, and something goes wrong, and then it's gonna go downhill from there.
So we're not going to be good because if we only get,
I'm not saying
5
that.
or 6
I'm saying
games
even if y'all win,
with the one dub we already got,
the chemistry that y'all had
you looking
before
at
it's not going to be
games.
then. Because I feel like it's going to be a game y'all going to lose 1 or 2, and then it takes him just a minute just to get out of his mind and start blaming everybody else. And that's what you don't want. And Tomlin being your coach, his ego battling with Tomlin. Tomlin don't tolerate no bullshit. I just think that's going to take a big hit. That's the only word.
I can see that, but I think it's better for Rodgers now because he actually has a good coach. Like, even though that the Steelers really haven't, they haven't had a playoff win since I was in high school, but that doesn't defeat the purpose that, number one, Tomlin ain't a good coach, because he is. He's definitely going down in the Hall of Fame as coaches. But now that you actually have a team that has culture, that has identity, that has young stars and veterans, and in between, like, young stars and veterans, like those in between who can actually ball, I think he has a better chance. What I wish would have happened is that, even though I'm a big fan, of course I'm a Steelers fan, I think if we got rid of Big Ben and got Rodgers just a few years earlier, or at least a better quarterback or something like that, we will be better than what we've been. But hopefully Rodgers can get it done. I think he will, but we'll see what happens. But Ryan Fitzpatrick's crazy. Like, just putting up good numbers but can't win. Yeah, that was Aaron Rodgers last year and the year before that. Put up good numbers but can't win.
I'm on the same wave as D.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the Jets choked that game more than y'all won that game. That dude doesn't fumble on the special teams.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff I really didn't like. I'll be curious to see how Rodgers and DK's relationship matures, because I think we all agree that DK is probably a top 10 receiver talent, but on a day-to-day basis, I wonder how him and who's the young dude that's really good?
The wide receiver?
Yeah.
Calvin Austin.
I'm curious to see how that relationship goes, because is DK all the way in? Because, I mean, we just seen the same stuff when Seattle. There's a young upcoming talent, getting more touches, getting more catches.
Yeah.
And he kind of fits more Rodgers' thing than DK does. And I think more teams are going to key in on him.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Because it's a lot of stuff I didn't like. I mean, you guys, a good veteran team it normally wins, but like the only thing I'm scared of is if this the NBA, I'd be like, okay, yeah, they're gonna go into the conference championship at least with a veteran team in the NBA. The NFL, normally the wheels fall off if someone gets hurt and injury too. I mean, you guys are already kind of limited on the situation you're at now. So I'm kind of see where that goes, and DK and Aaron's relationship is going to be. You got two instant fires that can start at any time, and they play. I think 80% of you guys' offense. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I think you guys at least win 9 games. The others are just going to be the buffer and see if that defense, especially, I really don't like old secondary, especially in today's climate. But it'll be interesting to see if the team holds up, you know. So,
well, me and D was going over, because we always do this every year. We always go over our favorite teams. So, he goes over Bama, I go over Kentucky. He goes over Titans, I go over Steelers. We were talking about just what a realistic overall record would be, and I said the worst the Steelers would be was 9-8, and the best would be 11-6. So hopefully they could find somewhere in between, because the AFC North is always competitive. I think that's the hardest division in football, and usually Steelers run the table. Except recently the Ravens have been running the table, so we'll see what happens. But I can see 9-8 for sure. But hopefully somewhere between 10-7, 11-6, if not better. But we shall see. We shall see. Corey, what you think about my, the team you hate, my Steelers?
I already gave my opinion. I'm gonna start it off, but I said, I think, like 12-5 or 11-6 at the best. The least, like I said, 9-8. 10-7. I'll say somewhere between those metrics. I think they can finish off again. With DK, like we'll see if he obviously should be the number one target and should get a lot of targets, but 4 for 84 yards, they ain't gonna cut it down the stretch. So
well, mentioning the other team that Meech dreadfully hates. I'm going to start off with you, Corey. The Ravens have done it to us again. And I will say this again for everyone in the back, the people in the front, left, right. This is not Lamar's fault. I'm about tired of Clipboard Man. For those who's been following us, y'all know who Clipboard Man. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of him getting sold. And everyone what more can that man do, Corey? What's going on over there?
I think, I mean, just because he's been there for a while, I think kind of like in a way, like kind of like with Mike Tomlin, like the ownership is not going to get rid of him because he's been there for so long, and until the team just really, really falls off, which is probably not going to happen, they're not going to get rid of him. Same thing for Mike Tomlin. Like Mike Tomlin's been winning, always finish above 500. I know that's not what the Steelers want, but he does always have a winning season. So I think the same thing for Harbaugh, but I think the players, even if he's not taking accountability, I think the players are taking accountability, which you like to see, because if everybody's just saying, oh, it's whatever, you got Derrick Henry, taking accountability for his fumble. You had the defense take accountability for their lack of stopping Josh Allen. I think every team needs a fire lit underneath them. I think this past game was a fire that needed to be lit underneath Baltimore, because you got to finish. That's one thing I've always said about the Lakers over the last couple of years. They get these big leads and they lose them. They don't finish, and you got to play like you still want to win. You can't play like you not to lose. You got to play like you want to win. So I think they're gonna be okay. I think like projected they're gonna have the number one seed in the AFC. They're gonna finish 13-4 or 12-5. But I think with the players taking accountability, I think they'll be okay.
D?
I'm gonna say this
Bro, let
about
us
the
see you,
Ravens,
dog. We looking
and
at your
they
forehead
have
and
the
the ceiling.
team, but I think what we get confused every year is the fact we look at them on paper that they're gonna be one of the top defenses, and when they actually play, it's a different result. Because it's like their defense is like too inconsistent if we really think about it. Like they got the team, but I just feel like as a defense like that, you can't allow Josh Allen to go do what he did. Like you can't, like especially when you got 40 on the board already. And then we've seen in so many games where it's like their defense will shut things down in the first half, but in the second half, it's like, no, it's not there. So if the Ravens defense can stay consistent, I feel like they'll be straight. But none of this is on Lamar at all.
Meech.
I agree.
Hold on. None of this is on Lamar, Meech.
It's not on Lamar, bro. It's not on. I don't know why I keep getting hell and havoc for it. Like I don't know why. I mean, there have been some times it's been Lamar's fault, but this game was not on Lamar. Y'all forget I watched that game. I believe this game was on defense. I believe this was on Henry. One mistake, kind of like what D said, can be the crumbling matter of what causes a team to go down. That fumble allowed 2 possessions to happen, and you lose. And the sad thing is, the Ravens dominated. I think we forget to see, like, they were whooping the Bills. But here's the problem with the Ravens. And this ain't because, I'm a Steelers fan or whatever. This is just what I see. If they don't mollywop you in the first or second quarter to where a team has no more fight, if you are not getting smacked by halftime and they know that you don't got no dog in to continue the game and try to come back, the Ravens are going to let you come back, if not lose.
But let me jump in here. Don't you think that's a mentality from your coach, though? Because they clearly let off the gas way too early. Yes. And then they stalled out. Buffalo had no answer for anything. Nothing. And then once again, why do we not use the greatest dual threat quarterback in terms of running and throwing the ball at his biggest strength? We see it in the playoffs, and we see it every time they play the Bills. We just stop using his biggest asset and just like, okay, let's use realistic. Derrick Henry's probably way overtired. I know he's not going to say it, but the amount of touches he got in week 1, and this is just week 1, that's just the law average. He's going to fumble. But not to even let Lamar win, that's my biggest thing, Meech, and I don't understand. It's like when me and D was talking about this is, why don't we ever just let the man win and lose you the game? And then you can walk away. Am I wrong, Corey? To have that mindset that let Lamar lose you the game? Like, no, we've seen it with remind you on the 2-point conversion when Andrews drops the ball. Why not put that ball in Lamar's hand and let him run out or whatever, do what he need to do?
Yeah, I think, and a lot of people have been bringing this up over the last week because this was back Lamar's second year when they were facing against the Seahawks, and it's a viral clip where John Harbaugh is telling Lamar, "Hey, you want to go for it? You want to go for it?" Lamar's like, "Yeah, let's go for it. Let's, whatever." And people are like, "Where's that same trust in Lamar that you had back then?" And I think I say for that particular situation, it's both because you have to where Lamar, he doesn't want to be just known as a running quarterback anymore or just running all the field, even though he can. I don't think that's what wants to be known for anymore. I think with John Harbaugh, he's trying to essentially keep the restraints on him in that way. Yeah. So I think it's like you have to. I think the same thing when we talk about Colorado and Caden Salter, his first game. Like, dude, you're a dual threat quarterback. Let the reins go. Like, you can run it if you need to. And they said the reason he didn't run it on that 4th and 3rd down or 4th and 3 was he had cramp. So I guess like that's the reason why. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But
think
it's
that's an
just
excuse,
crazy
but
because we literally see. I think a lot of teams, the Ravens has figured out Josh Allen, but you guys let him go. If you make Josh Allen sit there and beat you in the pocket, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But as soon as you blitz him and force him, the Buffalo allows Josh Allen to do Josh Allen. Josh Allen is not throwing 40 passes sitting in the pocket. They're going to lose every freaking game.
yeah.
And it just blows my mind that the Ravens, every year, there's some type of excuse or some type of. And it's like, do we not have any plays worked out? Of like, why not? This sounds crazy, but run the freaking triple option. If we was gonna do the Zay Flowers thing, put Zay Flowers in front of freaking Derrick Henry or vice versa, and run the triple option with them three. If we're gonna just run stupid plays at the end of the game, and it's just like at some point you gotta let Lamar do Lamar. Like that's like when me and D was talking about this with Cam on the Panthers. The Panthers went and failed on everything what Cam Newton did. There was no other engine behind that team. I just think it's just stupidity that they're just, well, he's going to be a thrower. Yes, Lamar, you can throw the ball. There's nothing wrong with it. But guess what? You're literally the greatest thing to ever do it. Besides Michael Vick is in running and throwing the damn ball. Why are we making rocket science?
What I want to
But D, I'm going to let you go before we
how I
hop
feel
into the
about
last
the way
two topics.
the Ravens play Lamar. So we can go on to the next topic because I don't want to get us canceled. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what he does say. We don't have a different episode for that. That's part of that word that starts with an S and ends with a T. But hey, clipboard man, great job once again. He holding your bargain up. I think he took that money.
One last thing.
Okay.
I think the reason why that the Ravens are afraid to let Lamar do Lamar, because when you look at the fans are always going to find something to complain about. Let's just say if you let Lamar run, but he got a wide receiver open, then they're gonna be like, why didn't he throw it to Zay Flowers? Why didn't he throw it to D Hop? Oh, you got Derrick Henry on the flat, or Texas route. Why don't you throw it? And then let's just say it's that one play that could have been more that could have given them a better chance of winning. But also, NFL has also, I'm going to be honest, they've figured Lamar out.
No,
it's
a
like
quarterback
they know
like
when
that.
he's
I
about
don't think so.
I believe, at
A
least
quarterback
in the
like
AFC,
that, you can't figure out.
I think they figured Lamar out.
No, you can't figure. That's the same thing. Like people are trying to. Yeah, that's the same thing. Like people were saying back.
He's gonna put it off to Henry. Like he can, like I don't know. At least what I see.
Yeah, but I can make that. Cut you off, Meech.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, out of the big three, they damn near play the same. No one's ever brought this up, but Lamar, Pat, and fucking Josh Allen damn near play the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lamar. I think Lamar's just more.
Yeah, like Lamar's the best.
You don't. Look, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are your prototypical quarterback, like the big, strong 6'5", 6'6".
But I'm not going to say that they're prototypical because if you really look at their film, and let me put Burrow in here, the top three all have mechanical issues inside the pocket. That's non-traditional.
Yeah.
But they're all three that makes them the three best is they are better than everyone else when they're extending plays. But the other two, we don't just limit and just say, like the Eagles, every time Mahomes and them done got whooped is when Mahomes had to sit that ass in that pocket. Yeah. The same thing with Allen. And Lamar is like, why do we have to go through this same thing? We know their best asset is moving with the ball. But it's like we've seen time after time, the Ravens have no adjustment after you run for 250. Okay, so what is the adjustment? I guarantee if they did a damn play action pass with two crosses, the shit would have been open. But that's why I blame like Harbaugh. There's no emotion. Every time you blow these leads, I guarantee if he shows some type of emotion, these games wouldn't get out of hand. Like the D coordinator, he should have went off. Because Corey, why did you guys just start blitzing everything and switch into man? You know
Yeah,
that they gotta throw the ball.
and my thing is also like the DC is Zach Orr, who used to play for the Ravens, and like so you have player experience that's not too far gone. So you played against Josh Allen before, and so yeah, like I think like I said, I think they got too comfortable with the lead um and like that. So the defense is its own problem. The offense is going to be the offense. They're okay. They're good. I think, like I said, you have to with Lamar. I think he has to learn sometimes it's okay to run the ball again. It's okay to take off. Like I said, I think that fourth and third down was whatever. The triple option. Oh, you know how I feel about that because Greg Roman used to run options in the middle of, in the 40, 50-yard line. I'm not a big fan of options unless you're in the red zone. But I think with Todd Monken, he has a great play calling scheme. I think no team has figured out what the Ravens are going to call, when they're going to call it. You can do play action. You could hand out to Henry screen, quarterback run, whatever. So I think the offense is good. I think the defense just needs to like dig in there. I think Roquan Smith needs to become more that Ray Lewis type. Like really like get your guys galvanized, and then Kyle Hamilton is I'm gonna say
You know
like
what? I
a
didn't think
ball
about
like
that. Y'all got a lot of studs, but I haven't seen a captain per se on the team. I will
Roquan
agree.
Smith is supposed to be the captain, but he's not. He doesn't. I
Vocal.
mean,
He's
you
more.
hear the pregame huddles, but you don't
Yeah.
see it like on the sidelines and stuff like that. Ray Lewis, if you messed up or you feel down about yourself, Ray Lewis is gonna come to you and be like, hey, like come on, we need you. I don't think Roquan Smith is gonna do that, but we'll see, we'll see.
So if you had to bet money, Meech,
Mm-hmm.
Lamar or Josh Allen wins another MVP.
Oh, Lamar, easy. Look, when you throw for 4,000 yards and you rush for almost 1,000 or 1,000 plus, you're not beating that. If you get an MVP, I'm sorry, if you do all that and don't get MVP, somebody's hating and you get robbed. For example, recently when Josh Allen won, I believe Lamar should have won that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But because Josh Allen has been doing so well over the few years before, and he wasn't winning MVP, it's like, okay, let's finally give it to him. We saw it the same year when it came to Embiid and Jokic and Giannis. All three of them were just competing for the MVP. But one had to get it, then the other one got it, then the other one got it. So I think the NFL decided to give that to Josh Allen because he deserved it, because he should have got it before, but it was given to Lamar. But I'd put $1,000 easy that Lamar wins another MVP. I mean, of course, the narrative doesn't want Lamar to win because he's a black man from Palm Beach, and he's a little hood. And according to the NFL, they don't want to see that. They don't want to see a black man from the hood and be special at his gifts, make it. So of course, no matter how good he is, the numbers that he puts up and the talent that he gives on the field, like they're not going to want to see him win. But I would say, yeah, for sure, Lamar would win another MVP. But the question is, can he win a ring? Can he commit to his promise that he had on draft day? The Ravens is going to get one out of me. That's what I'm
Lamar, and it shouldn't even be close, honestly.
D.
Like Josh Allen did not deserve that. We all know it. And I think Lamar, keeps doing what he does instead of being locked in a cage. He can win pretty much every year. Like he's that type of quarterback. He's like Sheem said, the most dual threat quarterback we've ever seen, like in the league. So yeah, Lamar.
Corey.
Yeah, Lamar. I think it's unanimous. Lamar. I think, and it's really only one analyst who puts a
Never
Josh
mind.
Allen train. That was Dan Orlovsky.
Mm-hmm.
So you see him this year. He's trying to do the same thing for Joe Burrow, and And yeah, so it's like Lamar, but I think like Mimi said, like you gotta at some point you gotta have a ring to show for it. I think him and like I said before off camera, I think him and Peyton Manning have the same career trajectories.
Basically.
Manning won multiple MVPs before his first ring. He won his first ring his 8th year. This is Lamar's 8th year, so hopefully, but we'll see.
Well, I'm gonna jump in. Who I think should win another one, but me and D talked about this. Josh Allen is probably gonna win another one, and this has nothing to do with the on-field play. I think they done maxed out Lamar.
With just 2?
Because this is the thing that people haven't seen and haven't put the 2-2 comparison. And this is there'll be something for another day. And Corey, we previously me and D done had this argument why I always put Peyton over Brady, even though Brady has we're gonna get to a point that it's gonna be the same damn argument with Lamar and Mahomes. Mahomes is the show pony. I fuck with Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta be realistic. I think Lamar is the best damn player the last damn 2-3 years in the league. Period. Out of any position.
Yeah.
Just being honest. But his reign and dominance, if you give him a 3rd MVP, he really should have 3 already. Then at before, he would be entering Peyton Manning's territory. And then we'll be like, when does he get the ring? Then a ring really jumps him over the top.
Yeah.
To me personally, I mean, everyone has this thing with Lamar, but if we're talking about arm, the accuracy, everything else, what does Pat really do better than making the highlighted passes better than Lamar? Lamar passes are just crispy.
Yeah.
But if we're being honest, everything else, Lamar really is a better player, overall football player.
And it's like you said to your point, it's legit. As I said, football is just a recycle of different things in the past.
Right.
This is just like the new age Brady versus Manning. Mm-hmm. Brady only won 3 MVPs in his whole career. Peyton Manning won 5. And everybody used to say religiously, Peyton Manning throughout the regular season, you don't want anybody else on the team besides Peyton Manning. Because Brady's numbers were even like besides that one season where he threw for 50 touchdowns, Brady's numbers were not even touching Peyton Manning's numbers like that.
That's what we're gonna.
But Brady had the better team and had the better coaching. As much as I love Tony Dungy, and even with Jim Caldwell or whatever, and even with when Peyton went to Denver, Brady always had the better coach, better defense, stuff like that. So at the end of the day, you can't really fault Manning for not winning. All the
now let me
championships.
ask
He
y'all,
won 2, great. But
let me ask y'all this: if you swap receiving cores of both of those two, who would be better?
Because Colorado is making me mad.
Like if you take you now, I'm talking about between like you brought up Peyton and then you had like you said
Still
Brady
Lamar.
got a better team. If you swap receiving cores, you put Reggie Wayne and Marvin. No, I'm saying receiving core. I get that. But if you put Marvin Harrison
Brady
and
had
Reggie
better
Wayne
defense.
with Tom Brady and give
Peyton,
Edelman, Amendola, Gronk during that time, which quarterback you think would be better? Peyton.
Still Peyton.
I still think Peyton's the better quarterback. I think we got a coaching discrepancy.
Yeah.
The same thing we have now with Lamar and them is a coaching discrepancy. Mm-hmm. Harbaugh's not an offensive coach, and that's what's killing. That's what's killing Lamar and them. We all, unless I'm crazy, if they swap brothers, I think they would have done won a championship by now.
Mm. Yeah.
If they have the other Harbaugh, they would have done. He would have had that offense so fucking crazy.
And
it wouldn't have mattered what was playing on the defense. The same thing that we're going to see the Chargers make a huge difference.
Brothers,
he knows offense, and this is an offensive league. He would have. He would have prioritized the offense. And that's the thing that and like I said, no disrespect to Harbaugh, but Harbaugh is like Tomlin per se, where I think we're out of their era. Like that hard-nosed coach that's just the Harbaughs, the Tom Coughlins, the what's our coach name again? My bad. I don't mean to disrespect. Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, like that kind of era is done. Now we're getting into the offensive guru type thing. Like the same thing we see with Green Bay. This may be the year that they kind of green lighted everything with LaFleur. Shanahan does it all the time. The Ravens, who I always say, I meant the Ravens, McVay, who I think is the best coach in the league right now. Mm-hmm. You see Andy Reid every year. It's new stuff on offense. This is the offensive league. And I just feel bad for Lamar because he got to get him an offensive heavy coach. Like, you know what's funny? Y'all may think I'm crazy. I think if the Dolphins and the Ravens switch coaches, both teams would be better. Mm-hmm. Dolphins lack discipline on their team and structure. But McDaniels, how he is, the laid back personality, but the Ravens offense needs that type of coach on there, and I think both of the teams would be better.
I think the Ravens.
This real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the reason why that the Ravens haven't got that true wide receiver one is because that's going to take away from the game of Lamar? Think about it, like you just said, Sheem. He likes to use his legs. He needs to use his legs. If you get Lamar the true help that he needs at receiver, to where he's going to have to pass more, he's not going to use his legs.
But it enhances the game, actually. Because, okay, think about this, what we've seen with the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Since the Chiefs don't have a number one receiver, what have we seen Mahomes' numbers do?
Drop.
When they had the over the top and people feared them with Ty Hill, you had to pick your poison. Either I'm going to give up the play with the run, I'm going to give up the play over the top. The same reason the Ravens, after a while, what does every team at the end of the game normally does? They drop back in a dime and they just like nothing's going to beat us over the top. And then that ends the Ravens at the end of the game. Normally, beginning of the game, everyone's in demand coverage, and this is where you see the explosive plays, the over the top, like you seen D-Hop come open with the one-on-one, but then teams adjust.
Yeah.
The Ravens have never adjusted since the Titans beat them. If we don't call a spade a spade. They have lost every playoff game they've lost the same exact way.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, I got to get the comments, the fans, everyone, because I know everyone has this guy. Don't be that guy. Who in the group is the worst 2K player? I know everyone got some. Someone got clips too. Y'all make sure y'all tag I'm Not Cappin Podcast because I got to see some clips. Because I know a guy. But I'm going to let y'all start and I'm going to end the show. Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my game.
I'm going to say it's the worst 2K player in this group is Mr. J. Jones. Captain America, J. Jones. Mr. 4 for 12, 0 for 5. You know what? I was just running the wreck with some randoms. I forgot that, I'm not used to this jump shot. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say is the worst 2K player.
Meech?
Hold on. You go next. I'm trying to see if I can still find this video of bro getting
him getting dropped. No.
I'm trying to see if I can find
Corey, I know you don't be running with us, but Corey, you be playing 2K.
Hold on, let me see.
I haven't really played. I haven't really played anybody besides Meech online.
We got we got to make Corey.
I can't really assess, but I heard
get him
Jay wasn't the best, so I'm gonna go ahead and say Jay is not the best.
We do.
I'm about the new 2K.
It's
soon,
the same concept.
So y'all can help me.
It's
I just
ball.
play regular.
That's all we need.
So I don't do none of that extra stuff.
Here's my.
Oh, I found it. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, give me one quick commercial break real quick.
Oh, geez, he found it.
Hold on, one quick commercial break. Let me see if it let me send it up so I can put it on the live screen. But make sure y'all got some clips. Please. Please, please, please. I don't know. I don't think it's going to let me play the video.
It should. Let me see.
It's not going to let me. Just the audio's playing. I don't know if the screen is still. How blurry? Nah, it still be blurry. I got to drop this video somewhere. But let's see. If y'all can see the tape long.
Yeah, go on and press play.
Oh, this thing done cut off again. Hold on. All right. If y'all see right here, this guy right here is playing defense.
Yep.
Right.
Chasing you.
Where's the play button,
like
Coach?
a shot of whiskey.
Bing! But people getting dropped off was crazy.
I think there's always room for improvement. I would.
Hold on. My bad. This was actually longer, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We got the full clip. Watch it. Boom. There goes one. There goes two.
Whoa.
But I know everyone got day one. But Corey, did you hear? Did you heard? Have you heard?
What?
Did you hear what Dion just said?
No.
Lions is skill. Capping is not.
Yes, sir.
As a friend, all you hoes is men. Heard a fake rumor about me and got something on the kid. That don't change the fact that there's just no flavor in your wrist. That was given from the start, so it just is what it is. Now drop the pin, well.